Hello, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Wagner. This is week 9. We're going to review what we've done in the last few weeks. We're going to start with just week 5 because that was the week we started working in school. And that's what I have seen everybody's artwork before that when we worked together and we saw each other on the computer when we were doing it live. So I have grades for all of the things that you guys did when we were working live, but I need to get grades for the projects that we did when I did the video and you watched it on your own time, for the students that are doing remote learning all the time and the Wednesday students that I don't see every week. The first project that we did with kindergarten was we worked on week 5. We created a pumpkin using shapes. We did an oval for the pumpkin's body. We did a rectangle for the stem. We were introduced to line with the video, and we used a zigzag line on the bottom of the stem. We used curly lines for the vines. I only did 2 on mine. You could do more. We did curved lines on our pumpkin. Those curved lines helped to make the pumpkin look more 3-dimensional. And I did kind of really little teeny tiny zigzag lines real close together to make it look like grass on the bottom. And then you were supposed to color it. You were allowed to choose a color to outline the lines for the pumpkin so that you see the ridges, and just to make it look pretty. So that was week 5. I need to have pictures of these. If you are a Wednesday student, you can bring your artwork into school and I can grade it. Or if you have it put up on the wall already, have your mom or your dad or the adult that you live with take a photo of the artwork and send it to Mrs. Wagner's email. I'll write that down on a piece of paper and show it to you at the end of the video. So that is week 5's activity. Remember, I need to grade them. We also did monsters out of shapes. It was fun. It was something we could do close to Halloween, and we were using shapes and talking about shapes and learning to tear things without having them, tear them in, with a little bit of control. So we made our monsters. I need a video. I'm sorry, not a video. I need a photograph of this as well, just to see that you did it, and so I can grade it also. The next thing we did was we talked a little more about lines. I had you doing just a super simple project where we looked at lines and we practiced drawing a few different lines across a paper. This was the final piece that we did. We were going to watercolor between the lines just to see how you were at painting and coloring or painting inside shapes. That was a little tricky for the students in the classroom. So Mrs. Wagner, pardon me, stopped doing it. It was the line designs, just drawing them across the page. One of the classes had a hard time, so I thought, well, maybe we should wait a little bit and we can come back to that in this next 9 weeks. So I really don't need a photograph of the picture that just has lines on it. You don't have to do that. If you did it, please send me pictures and I'll give you extra credit for doing it. This week, week 8, we were starting to do paper that had warm colors on it to look like a sunset, and cool colors to look like the evening sky. These were just, that should not have taken long. You could use watercolors hopefully you had watercolors, or you could have just used crayons and put them in like colored in areas and had them overlapping. But it was a 9 by 12 or an 8.5 by 11 if you don't have drawing paper. Drawing paper comes in 9 by 12, but like copier paper, that's 8.5 by 11. Doing something in those sizes is fine. But crayons or watercolors, if you have them, would be great. But warm colors for like a sunrise, and then the evening sky would be blues. I even put a little bit of black in there just because it was a little bit fun. Now, I remember I need to have you send me pictures of their artwork for those of you that are not coming to school. If you are a Wednesday, or if you go to school and your art is on Wednesday, you need to bring the artwork back. Or if, like I said, you have it put up on the wall for decorations or just for everybody to enjoy, please have a grown-up in your family take a picture of it and send it to Mrs. Wagner's email. My school email is lynn.wagner, W-A-G, and there's at Albert Gallatin Area School District, agasd.org. I will move that over so you can see Lynn Wagner at agasd.org. That is my school email. So please take your time this week, find your artwork. If you didn't finish things because you were having a hard time doing other things, I appreciate that. Take this week to get some of this artwork finished, and please have a grown-up in your family send Mrs. Wagner photos so I can give you grades in your report card. Thank you, boys and girls.